is Sunday, apparently. I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely losing track of days, times. It's crazy. So a little bit about myself. My name is Jimmy. I am a wine merchant during the week, and then evenings, weekends, the rest of the time when I'm not looking after the kids, I teach yoga. So I've put together a little sort of 30-35 minute sequence for you this morning. No yoga experience required. You don't need to be able to touch your toes. This is why we do yoga. So we're going to move a little bit slowly, just beginning to get a bit of connection between the body, the breath, and from there allow the mind to slow down a bit. Because certainly myself, I have issues with anxiety, with depression, and so I tend to get stuck in my head quite a lot. So having the opportunity, the chance to slow everything down and just chill out a bit, it really helps myself. So we're just going to give it a couple more minutes, see if there's anyone else going to join us. The only thing to mention is if you have any issues with your low back, when we do any kind of forward folding, just take a huge bend to the knees. We're not looking to overexert or push ourselves beyond our limits today. So if something hurts, stop. It's that simple. I will be giving some breath cues to help make things flow, keep the energy moving. But if you need to breathe, then breathe. It's that simple. So we're going to start. If you want to start seated in whatever position is comfortable, you can go kneeling, cross-legged. Ideally what we're looking for is length in the spine. So just allow the hands to rest on the knees. Give yourself a chance to settle down. Close your eyes and just take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, nice and slow. 2 more like that, in through the nose and out through the mouth. 1 more time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Keeping the mouth closed now as we're breathing in and out through the nose. Allow the breath to deepen. So we're breathing down fully into the belly. You feel the belly expand like a balloon. The chest lifts and you feel the collarbones start to open up. At the end of the inhale, we start to squeeze the belly in towards the spine, allowing the chest to drop and the collarbones to come in. So keep that going, breathing in down to the belly, the chest, the collarbones, and exhaling down, squeezing the belly, getting rid of all the excess air. 1 more round like that, inhaling. And exhaling. So keep that going in your own time. And in yoga we have a type of breath called ujjayi. So that is a restriction in the back of the throat. It kind of gives everything a bit of a maritime sound. If you imagine saying ha, but with the mouth closed, that's the sort of feeling you're going for in the throat. If you sound like Darth Vader, maybe just back it up a bit. So we use that breath to firstly build a bit of energy, a bit of heat in the body, but also it helps to keep concentration. So if you find your mind starting to wander, as it does, it's human nature, just think about the breath, the sound it makes, and it helps you come back to the now. Nice, good work guys. So gently blink open the eyes, and as you inhale, we're just going to reach the arms straight up overhead, reaching through the fingertips, and exhale, arms come down to the sides. Good. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands come forwards down to knees. So moving with the breath now, inhaling up. So the top of the inhale, the arms are at the top. Exhale down to the sides. Good work. One more time. Inhaling up. Exhaling, hands down to the knees. This time we're going to inhale, reach up. As you exhale, the right hand comes behind you, left hand to the right knee, and we'll take a gentle twist to the right hand side. Stay here as you breathe in. Imagine the spine lifting. And as you exhale, draw navel to spine as you twist a little further. So still quite gentle. Inhale, coming back up, reaching high. Pressing down through the sit bones, through the fingertips. Exhale over to the other side. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale, navel to spine, twist to the left. Nice. Inhaling, coming all the way up, reach the fingertips high. As you exhale, reach the hands forwards. Doesn't matter where they get to on the floor. Reaching forward, stretching through the shoulders, tucking the chin towards the chest, and just allowing everything to settle. And again, taking nice, slow breaths. As you breathe in, come high onto the fingertips. As you exhale, walk the hands over to the right hand side and fold over that right leg. So you should feel a nice stretch to the left hand side of the body, left ribs, left hip. Inhale, coming back through to center. And exhale over to the right hand side. So breathing into the right hand side ribs. So we're over our left leg. Sorry, left and right are not my forte. Nice work. Coming back to the center. Walk the hands up to the knees and we'll make our way onto all fours. So tabletop position. Got the knees underneath the hips. Hands underneath the shoulders. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. From here, as you breathe in, just going to draw the chest forward slightly, keeping the belly engaged. As you exhale, hips come down towards the heels, chin to chest, reaching, stretching through the body. Inhale, coming forwards. This time as you exhale, tuck the toes underneath you and press back the hips as high as you can. So coming into downward facing dog. Nice and easy, bending one knee then the other. And it really doesn't matter whether you can get the heels down to the floor or not. What we're looking for is straight arms, strong all the way from fingertips to the armpits, down the side bodies. Pause here, so stop the movement. Take a breath in, bend the knees a bit further. And as you exhale, see if you can lift your bum even higher. So really stretching, easing into the hamstrings. Taking 2 deep breaths here. And letting the head hang heavy. As you inhale, we're going to shift forwards into a high plank and lower the knees. Exhale, untuck the toes, send the hips back to the heels, chin to chest. Inhale, coming forwards into your tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the heels. So we're going to keep flowing like this. Inhale, shifting forwards, knees down. Exhale, hips to heels, chin to chest. So really building that breath-body connection. Inhale forwards. Exhale, press the hips as high as you can. One more round like this. Inhale forwards. Exhale, hips down, chin down. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, press back. Nice. We're going to get a bit more movement, a bit more energy involved now. Inhale, come forwards to high plank. So hands underneath the shoulders, keeping the core tight. Press back through the heels. So you can release the breath if you're holding it. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to send the bum towards the heels, but keep the knees off the floor. Inhale, come back to your high plank. And exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. So same thing again. Inhale, shifting forwards. Exhale, bend the knees, send the hips towards the heels, keep the knees off the floor. Inhale, shift forwards to high plank. And exhale, lift the hips for your downward facing dog. And we'll take one more round like that. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, bend the knees, send the hips back. Inhale, come forwards. And exhale, lift the hips. Take 2 deep breaths here. And out. Breath in. And out. As you breathe in this time, we're going to tiptoe the feet up to the top of your mat. Or up to your hands. Big bend to the knees. And fold forwards. So we're allowing the head to hang heavy. Chin tucking towards the chest. And again, if you've got straight legs, fantastic. If you've got a bend to the knees, fantastic. We're working with whatever the body gives us today. As you breathe in the next time, slide the hands up the shins. Elongate between navel and sternum. Exhale, folding forwards. Draw the belly in towards the spine. This time, as you breathe in, press down through the feet, sweep the arms up overhead. This is where you can't see me slap the ceiling. And exhale, arms come down to the sides. So we'll keep this movement, inhaling all the way up. Exhale, folding forwards to the floor. Inhale to lift the chest, long spine. Exhale, we're going to put the hands down, step back to your high plank. Taking a deep breath in, probably heard a little in there. Exhale, bend the knees to send the hips behind you. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. Inhale, we're going to step the right foot forwards in between the hands, and lower the left knee down. Untuck the toes, inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. So coming into our low lunge, we want the knee over the ankle, and both hips facing forwards. So you might start to feel it in the back, in the front of the left leg. Both legs are switched on, so we're squeezing the thighs together. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, the left hand comes forwards, right hand comes back, twisting to the right hand side. Inhaling, come to center. Exhale, twist, same side, left hand forwards, right hand back. Inhale to center. And exhale, twist. Hold here this time. Take a deep breath in. Feel the spine longer, lengthen. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Right fingertips reaching up. So we're opening into the spine, twisting the chest towards the right hand side. If it feels good, we can roll onto the outside of the right foot, opening the hip a bit further. Take a breath in, replace the front foot if it's up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Lift the left leg, step back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath in, and a breath out. This time as you inhale, step the left foot forwards in between the hand. Right knee lowers, untuck the toes. Inhale to sweep the arms up. Same checks as we did on the other side. Knee above the ankle, both hips facing forwards. Inhale as we lift up. Exhale, twist. Right hand forwards, left hand back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist. Same side. Left hand reaching back. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Hold here. Breath in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, right hand down to the floor, left fingertips reaching up. And again, if you did it on the other side, maybe rolling onto the outside of the left foot, allowing that hip to drop out just a bit more. And at the end of your exhale, left hand comes down, left foot comes down, and we'll step back to our downward facing dog. Pausing here, taking a couple breaths. And then when we're ready, as you inhale, shift forwards into a high plank. So strong arms. Exhale, we're going to lower the knees down. Keep the elbows locked and squeezing into the body as you slowly lower the chest to the floor. Untuck the toes. Inhale, press down through the hands. Lift the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. So think about drawing the chest forwards rather than bending the back. And lowering down to the floor. We're going to do the same again. Inhale to lift the chest. Keep the elbows squeezing towards each other. And exhaling down. Last time we're going to hold it. So inhale to lift. Exhale to hold. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes. Pressing up and back. Bending one knee, then the other. As you inhale, we're going to step the right foot in between the hands and keep the left knee lifted this time. So pressing down firmly through the right heel, come high on the fingertips and lift the chest. So we're looking forwards. Keep the balance in the legs so the left leg is super strong. As you breathe in this time, we're going to reach the arms up. Chest follows. Keep both hips facing forwards as we did in our low lunge. Nice, guys. So I don't know about you, but I spend a lot of time hunched over a laptop this week. So we're going to take the arms behind us, interlace the fingers with the right thumb on top, squeeze the shoulder blades together to open the chest. As we squeeze the chest open, keep the chin lifted. Nice. Inhale to unlock the hands, sweep them up. Exhale, hands come down, and we'll step the right foot back to your downward facing dog. Breath in to pause. And exhale. You know where we're going? As you inhale, the left foot comes forwards. Catching the balance, pressing down through the left heel, high on the fingertips to lift the chest. When you're ready, inhale to sweep the arms and lift the chest. And again, left knee over left ankle, hip points facing forwards. Don't worry if you're wobbling. It's all part of the process. So again, as we did on the other side, arms come down behind us. I'll take the left thumb on top this time. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Draw the hands down past the tailbone. Keep the chin lifted. One more breath in. And exhale. Release the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. We'll step the left foot back to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Pedaling out the feet. Exhale. Inhale, bend the knees, look forwards. Exhale to step the feet towards the hands and fold forwards. So bending the knees as much as you need to, belly draws in. Inhale, hands to shins. Lift the spine. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Press down through the feet. And exhale the hands down. One more bit of movement. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to bend the knees. Send the hips back as if you're sitting down into a chair. So keeping the weight towards the heels. So you just look down, should be able to see your toes. If you can't see your toes, maybe send the bum a bit further back. So we're holding this just for a couple of breaths. One more breath in. This time as you exhale, straighten the legs, fold forwards. Hands come down to the floor or wherever they land. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hands come down. We'll step back to our high plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower the knees, squeeze the elbows into the body, all the way to the floor. Untuck the toes. Inhale to lift the chest. And this time, lift the legs too. So feel like you're squeezing the shins together. Exhale, lowering everything down to the floor. We'll do the same again. Inhale, press the hands down, lift the chest, and lift the legs. Exhale, lower. Last time, holding this time. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the legs. And really feel like you're squeezing the thighs together, rolling the shins towards each other. One more breath in. Exhale, down. Tuck the toes. Press the hips up behind you. Down dog. Bending one knee, then the other. So us gents are blessed with naturally tight hips and hamstrings. It's a gift that we are blessed with. So taking stillness in your down dog. As you breathe in, you're going to press the hips back. As you exhale, take a bend to the left knee and press the right heel down further towards the floor. So you should be really feeling this in the back of the right leg. Just holding this. As you breathe in, rebend the right knee. And exhale, we're going to bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. So again, feeling this in the back of the left leg. Good work, guys. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, we're going to lower the knees down to the floor. We're going to come into a seated position. So we're going to start with the legs out in front, nice and long, with the toes facing towards the face. Sitting as tall as you can. So it might be that here you've got the back starting to round. If that's the case, absolutely fine. Take the fingertips behind you, with the fingers facing towards the feet. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and allow a little bit of weight into the hands just to give you a bit more support. And we're just going to hold here. So engaging the thighs, squeezing the shins together, keeping the toes flexed. So it doesn't look like much, but you're going to feel this after a couple of breaths. And at the end of your exhale, we can release. Like I said, doesn't look like much, but you can feel it. From here, we're going to step the feet onto the floor and place the hands behind the thighs. What we're looking for is to keep the chest lifted and the spine as long as possible while keeping the legs as close to the body as you can. So if you start to walk the feet towards you and you can feel you're starting to drop back, let's step the feet forwards again. So again, chest lifted, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and see if you can really hug the knees together. Again, it doesn't look like much, but you should really start to feel it after a couple of breaths. And maybe even walking the feet a bit closer to the body, keeping the chest lifted. Nice, guys. We'll take one more big breath in. And exhale to release. I'm going to straighten the legs-ish. Maybe take a little bend to the knees. So we're going to take a big forward fold. So sitting high on the sit bones, with the knees bent. As you breathe in, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, reach the chest forwards, keeping the spine long, and then allowing the hands to fall wherever they fall on the legs. Maybe it's the shins, knees, thighs, doesn't matter. We want the spine long. So you can see I've got a big, big bend to the knees. I'm just going to hold this for a couple of breaths. Trying to keep the gaze soft over the toes. And you might find that after a couple of breaths, you can actually start to straighten the legs a little bit more. All the time keeping the spine long. And if you feel any kind of funk in the low back, bend the knees a bit more. Good job. As you inhale, come all the way up, and we're going to draw the left knee in towards the chest. We're going to take the left hand behind us, just so we're nice and level, and as you inhale, reach the right arm up. As you exhale, the right arm wraps around the left knee, and we begin to twist to the left. So with every inhale, the spine goes longer, and with every exhale, imagine the belly pulling in to twist a bit further. So it might be you've got a bit more mobility in the shoulders, in which case we can tuck the elbow behind the knee to go a bit further. And you might have a bit more flexibility to be able to straighten that right arm. The right version for you is the one where you can breathe. What we're doing is all about working with the body, making the movements, connecting the breath, the body, and the mind. Take one more breath in. The exhale twists a bit further. And we breathe in, coming all the way over to the right hand side. Hands to the floor, just a gentle counter twist. Come back to center, and we'll switch it round. Left leg long, right knee comes in and up. Right hand behind us. Inhale, the left arm reaches high. Exhale, twisting to the right. So again, hugging the right knee into the chest, tucking the elbow behind us, or straightening that left arm out. There is no right or wrong. Well, there kind of is. It's whichever one feels better. You know what I mean. Take one more breath in, nice and tall. Exhale, twist a little further. Inhale, coming up and over to the left-hand side. Gentle counter twist. And back to center. We're going to slowly make our way down to the floor. So pressing the feet into the floor, knees bent. We're going to reach the arms up. So we're going to draw the belly in. Might as well get a bit of ab workout. So we're going to slowly lower down, and I'll count you down for 10, 9, 8, 7, keeping the feet pressed into the floor as long as you can, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, holding here, so we're not quite on the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down to the floor, hug the knees into the chest, and allow yourself to rock side to side, up and down, whichever feels better. Just allowing the low back to release a bit further. Nice. Last stretch before a bit of relaxation. We're going to open the arms out to the sides, keep the knees where they are, take a breath in. As you exhale, allow the knees to drop over to the right hand side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, dropping them to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, right. Inhale, back to the middle. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. And exhale down to the right. We're going to hold here. So you can adjust where you're feeling the stretch. If you want to feel it a bit more in the upper back, Then perhaps draw the knees a little bit further towards the right armpit. And if you want to go a bit lower down in the back, drop the knees further away. So if it feels good, close the eyes and take a couple of deep breaths down into the left side of the body. So feeling it down the left rib cage, breathing into the left hip. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhaling, dropping the feet over, the knees over to the left. And again, adjusting depending on where you want to feel it. Higher up if you want to go up the back, or lower down if you want to go a bit further down. And coming back to center. You're going to hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a bit of a squeeze. And then release the legs down to the floor. So we're in our relaxation pose, Shavasana. This is the highlight of most classes. It gives you an excuse to lie down and do absolutely nothing for a couple of minutes. So you want to have the legs flopping out to the sides, feet relaxed. You can have the hands either resting on the floor with the palms up, or resting on the belly. Close the eyes and take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And just letting go of everything. And then just letting the breath come at its own pace. Let's stay here just for a few moments. Allow the mind to start scanning through the body, noticing any areas that feel good, that feel not so good. When you're ready, begin to deepen the breath once more. So filling the belly, the chest, the collarbones. And as the breath deepens, we allow a little bit of movement to the fingers, the toes, the wrists and ankles. Maybe if it feels good, reaching the arms up overhead, avoiding any furniture that might be there, children, dogs, cats. And draw the knees up into the chest. From here, making your way slowly into a seated position. So like we did at the start, no right or wrong, kneeling, sat cross-legged. Close the eyes. Hands resting on the knees. So we're just going to do a little bit of breath work. This is called pranayama. It's all about directing the energy around the body, but also allowing the mind to focus a little bit more. So keeping that 3-part breath of belly, chest, collarbones. Really slowing it down, seeing if you can get to a count of 6 for your inhale and 6 for your exhale. And once you're comfortable with that pace, at the top of your inhale, just take a couple of seconds to pause. And then exhale. So keep that rhythm going. Breathing in. Holding at the top. And then exhaling. Keeping that rhythm going in your own time. What we're doing by slowing the breath down, by really focusing on deepening, lengthening the inhales, the exhales, is we're starting to switch on our parasympathetic system. So our sympathetic nervous system is our kind of fight or flight mode. Our parasympathetic is what we want to be engaging when we need to relax, when we rest. It's our rest and digest. It helps reduce stress, lowers anxiety. It just helps the whole body, really kind of sink into itself. Just taking a couple more rounds like this. Inhale and hold and exhale. And then letting go now of the measured breath. And keep the hands where they are on the knees, or you can draw them together in front of the heart. And breathing slowly, I just want you to really check in with yourself mentally. Just notice the thoughts and feelings that are floating around up there. Try not to cast any judgment on yourself, on the thoughts that are popping up. Just acknowledging them, seeing them for what they are, as thoughts, as part of our energy, and letting them move on. So taking one more deep breath in, and exhale. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys. Again, my name is Jimmy. If you want to find me on Instagram, it's at jimbyoga or vinovinyasa.co.uk. So wine merchant, yoga, the two go hand in hand, and I like to mix it up. If you've got any questions or you want to know a little bit more, you can hit me up on here on Instagram, and yeah, always happy to help.